Okay, I believe we're live. I want to start off this live stream by explaining why I think freestyling is awesome. Essentially, when we break down the definition of enlightenment that has been bestowed upon us, the core idea is that there is not enough time to think oftentimes. In most cases, the everyday situation will be like when you're having a conversation. And a lot of time in life, we have a filter that we have on. What freestyling enables you to do is to quickly think on your feet, and it removes your filter. So instead of trying to think about what you're going to say before you say it, you kind of just let loose, you know? And there's something really hypnotic about music in general. I actually think that music is probably in our DNA, like at our core. Because if you put on some music for a baby, they just start vibing, they just start vibing out. And I wouldn't be surprised if dancing is like an ancient, what is it called? Mating strategy that our ancestors would dance to court one another. So freestyling is a very you can really feel the vibe when you're just nailing it, when you're like on fire. You reach those flow states. It's absolutely amazing. And you also get good at improv, thinking on your feet. You also remove your filter and get more comfortable just spewing your thoughts out. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Just saying it all unprompted. That's why I start every live stream with some freestyling, and why stop there, as they say? As per usual, I cannot see if anyone's here. I'm sure people are just going to start coming in. So what I'm going to do right now while I wait for a few curious people, I'm going to do the one stage. One of the habits that I'm training for freestyling is random word generation. So I take the word, actually it's kind of like a combination, because the foundation of the freestyle is the setup and the punchline. So you work in reverse. You have the next, like for example, the word that we see here, miracle. I have miracle as the couplet, right? So I have a couplet. Miracle is the second ending rhyming word on the couplet. And I need to think of a word that rhymes with miracle so I can set up the punchline of miracle with the first word before it. And if I practice it enough and I get it deeply ingrained in my brain, then the computational time will become faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, as if you practice with anything. So ever since I started freestyling, I've become more loose with my language. It becomes easier to just spontaneously come up with an idea, which I enjoy. The concept of that I enjoy very much. All right, we're 3 minutes in. Do we have any volunteers? Any volunteers at all for what we are doing today? State control. There's no video. Can anyone see this? We're doing today. State control. There's no video. Yo, what's up, Bards? Holone? Let me put the Discord down in here, because one of the problems that I'm having. Can anyone see this? I have to actually. Oh my god, no. If you're confused, it's because I have myself up right here, because I can't see the chat. So I can see the chat now if I have it up. But let me go ahead and put the Discord link in here so you can actually see this. Okay, hold on. Hold on, watch out. Boomer coming in. Boomer activities. I'm grabbing that Discord link. It'll just be easier for me to be able to see who's actually talking on Discord rather than on YouTube chat, because it's like glitchy for some reason. But yeah, what's up, Bartolone? Let's get in the what's it called? The Discord. Get in the Discord so I can see you. I've kind of already freestyled for a bit, so let's just move on to the main meat of today, the main thing I'm going to be practicing. And of course, if you would like to practice, if you'd like to follow along, you can. Let's see. I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting you this link. All right, invite people. We're on to something. Send a server invite link to a friend. Okay, here we go. There we go. In there. That is the Discord link. I don't know why, but for some reason, there's like not full integration between my OBS and my YouTube. It's so strange. I cannot see the chat unless I have it open, like I'm actually watching the live stream. So let's get OBS back up. And let's go ahead and start breaking down what we have here. Okay. All right. So this is our document. This is the first page of, well, not the, this is where the state control aspect of this NXIVM's patent begins. So we're going to go ahead and start trying to dissect what's actually happening here. Okay. What if you had a way of generating interest and excitement in any idea you wanted to convey? Imagine how much more successful you'd be if you could create an atmosphere of enthusiasm at will. What if you could motivate intense interest in your product or idea whenever needed? His belief that how something is said is more important in the transmission of an idea than in actual words used. In fact, a study conducted by Robert Birtwistle at the University of Pennsylvania in the early 1970s, Robert Birtwistle. 93% of all communication. We already know this. This is basic stuff. Okay. So the angle that we're getting here, can you guys even see this? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in here. There we go. So the angle that we're getting at here is this is a packet that the coaches at NXIVM would actually be using, and this is how they would walk through their training, because this is like executive training program, so this is like training salespeople. And one of the things that they said was they were using this sort of as a front to get people onto their path of enlightenment. But it's still valuable information. This is still an NLP concept. And by practicing and exercising this concept of state control, you can be excited when you want to convey enthusiasm. You can be sad when you need to feel sad, I guess. It's probably like some manipulative stuff, actually. I actually have this theory. This is going to be a little far-fetched. But my theory is that there are foundational states, one of them being horny. And if you can gain control through state control, if you can gain control of like those core primitive states, then you can, it's like the seed. It's like the roots. If you get state control of the roots, then you can start to control the rest of your feeling states. Similar to how I mentioned freestyling accesses the flow state. So all of the training that I'm going to be embarking on centers around the idea of controlling the internal state to control outcomes. Okay, so let's figure out what we have to do here today. The coach demonstrates her developed excited state through metaphor, personal example, or by role-playing the state. Students watch and learn about excited states by observation. Demonstrates purpose. Yes. Finding the excited state. All right, here we go. So where we begin. Let's get ready. Participants are tasked to call up their own excited state while being coached. The coach can help students to reassociate into a past excited state by instructing them to pick a time in their life when they were excited or very enthusiastic. All right. So I have to think. When's the time I was genuinely excited? I mean, like when you see a friend for the first time in a while, genuine excitement. I mean, we could try that. I could try does it have to be from memory or can you imagine it? It looks like they want to access from memory. Help students to reassociate into a past excited state by instructing them to pick a time in their life when they were excited or very enthusiastic. Hey, BG, what's up, man? We're learning how to access different states through imagination and memory, which I'm going to do to make myself a more impactful streamer, a better storyteller. We'll see how useful this becomes. I don't know if y'all can hear those people outside. By instructing the person to remember specific times when participants are in excited states, they can be led into the experience. For some students, it's more useful to theorize a specific type of situation that could happen and will cause greater excitement in the future. Okay, so you can imagine what would happen. Okay. Imagine stepping into a specific experience and actually reliving it, or imagining an exciting experience. So mine, I haven't seen my best friend from high school in maybe like 3 years. So to see him would definitely get me excited, would definitely get me going. So I think that's going to be what I'm going to use. We'll see. We'll see. Person A, remember a specific time. Yep, we know that. What you saw, hear what you heard. Okay, so while in the state, you need to, well, this is more for memory. You need to recall different aspects of the state, probably to create a stronger link to that state. Okay. So language helps cause a participant to associate back into the memory. This will make the task easier. Yep. Okay. So by thinking about other things within the memory, you get to associate into the memory more deeply, which then allows you to access the state with more depth. Okay. When's the time in my life I was super excited? Y'all got any ideas? Anybody got any ideas on YouTube? Any ideas? What do you guys get excited about? Genuine excitement. Kind of been spent a lot of my life being very emotionally blunted. Very emotionally blunted. So this exercise is actually gonna be very important for me. Very important to be able to access my bandwidth of different emotion states. It's something that I've suppressed a lot of my life. This will be very good for me. Okay. Genuine excitement. Why is this so difficult? I'm gonna have to imagine it. Okay, once I imagine it, what do I do? Demonstrate the excited state. Acts out the state with a role play type of experience or by telling a story. This should take about 2 or 3 minutes. Coach, group, observe key elements, excited state like physiology, breathing patterns, gestures, facial expression, intensity of the state. All right. I should probably try to access. Maybe I could try to hypnotize myself first. Yo, BG, are you here? I know yesterday you wanted to do the meditation self-hypnosis. We can start running through that. Just type in the chat. We can start doing that. And then by accessing that meditative state, I should be able to get more excited. BG, a real one. BG's here. All right, bet. Okay. All right, so we're going to take a little pause on state control. What we're going to do is meditation. Well, hold on. Here we got something. His sounds like the emotion I described in that chat the other day. I focus on my ambition. It often passed me into an excited state. Learning and growing more powerful, not to sound cheesy. I like struggling to grow, and the battle is exciting. I posted this in general by mistake. Hey, it's all good, man. All good. Okay. That's actually got me fired up. The learning and growing. That's what I'm about. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and walk through the meditation exercise again. It's first, again, because we did this during the Q&A, you have to identify the focus muscle. And one person, it may have been you, BG, pointed out that they can access the focus muscle very easily by just staring at something for a long enough period of time, which is actually an induction method in hypnosis, kind of ironic. It's called mind-muscle connection. It's like, let me think of like an instrument, right? So you're playing a guitar. The more you play the guitar, the more in tune you feel with your fingers. So the more you meditate, the more in tune you feel with the focus muscle. Makes sense, right? So accessing the focus muscle is step one. And once I have confirmation that you can access the focus muscle, we can move on. The way that I like to access it too is you can just consciously flex a muscle. Can you even see this? Might be a little bit off. Yeah. Ah! Yeah, there it is. Baby. All right. So conscious control. Yeah. All right, all good. Yeah. Okay, so we can conceptually access the focus muscle. Step one. Now there's going to be two things that you do with it. And the heavy focus will be on the concentration, right? That's the core of the meditation. But without the ability to truly let it go, you're not going to be able to fall into the trance state, into the hypnotic state. So what we're going to do, the first round is essentially the warm-up. And I don't want you to concentrate. It's funny because you're concentrating on concentrating. It's like concentrateception, right? You focus on tightening the focus and then letting it go. Tighten the focus, let it go. And you really want to let it go. Really let it go. Because once we get to the end of the meditation and you let go, you need to be able to fall further and further down. So that's going to be a key. Okay. So I'm going to set a little timer. I should probably set a timer on my desktop. What does tighten focus mean? If you play, so my only way that to easily relate this is through a game of chess. But if you've played like a sport, when you reach that critical moment where you're like, all right, fuck this, and you just get more into it. You're like, like when I'm playing chess, I'm maneuvering, right? If I make a mistake and someone takes my piece and I start losing, I mean, essentially what separates the greats from the amateurs is that an amateur will lose their focus and they'll want to give up. But the greats never lose their grit. So that's what I mean when like I lose a piece, I go and I tighten it. I bring it in a little bit more. Ryan Stahl says, any sports growing up, brother? I mean, like outdoor recreationally, nothing like, crazy. A lot of times people use their first positive athletic experience performance for this practice, like first home run or first touchdown play. Great example. Imagine the sound and feeling hitting the bat. Satisfying. Ooh, that bat getting cracked. Or the ball getting cracked, I should say. Yeah, I agree. That's a great example. All right, BG's in it. Let's go. Okay. So, I've got my timer. Got my timer, you can't see it. Let's move it over a little bit. The whole window. So the way that the meditation is structured is let's not do that. It's structured exactly like a workout. So let me walk through the movements again, just real quick. So during the warm up, 3 minutes, you're going to concentrate and let go. Concentrate and let go. The tightening of the focus is not done in this stage. We're going to do that during the actual exercises, the actual workout portion. Right now it's just like a stretch, right? You're just getting accustomed to the body, just get your breathing going, right? Once we get to the next stage, that's when you're going to focus on tightening the concentration, okay? Now, let's get it, BG. You know what I'm saying? All right, so look. The tightening is going to come in the actual exercise portion. So we have the first movement down, the contract and let go. We got that down. Now we want to focus on the second movement, which is the actual exercise. Now, conceptually, it's going to be like this. And you can use your breath in any manner, but I relate it to exactly like working out. So when you're doing a push-up, you exert on the exhale. So you tighten the focus on the exhale. Tighten on the exhale. So let's say this is my focus, right? Not very focused, but like I'm paying attention. I'm not focused. I'm not in it, but I'm paying attention. What you're going to do is exhale and exert and tighten the focus. And then when you inhale, you don't let go. You hold it. You hold it and you exhale and you tighten again. Hold it, inhale, tighten again. Hold it and inhale, tighten again. And I call this, because when you're doing this breathing motion, I call it breathing fire. So you go, and you're really trying to concentrate, like hard. Don't give yourself a headache, but hard, genuine concentration. All right, those are the two movements. Now at the end, after we do 3-minute warm up, 3 minutes of concentrating, relax. 4 minutes of concentrating, relax. 5 minutes of concentrating. After that 5 minutes, you're squeezing, 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 squeezing. When is the time going to be up? And that timer goes. Just drop. Exhale. Yes, that's after the 3-minute warm up. 3-minute warm up, 3 minutes of breathing fire, 4 minutes of breathing fire, 5 minutes of breathing fire. At the end of 5, you exhale long and drop and let your mind rest. Let your mind just completely down. All right, we got it. Give me 2 thumbs up and we'll start. I think Ryan, you might be a couple minutes behind, but of course, you know, you can vibe. It's real simple. It's not a guided meditation. I'm just have the timer on the screen. All right, let's run it. 3 minutes stretch. Should I mute? Maybe I should mute. All right, basically, I'm going to, you close your eyes, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I'm going to alert you when the time is up. Maybe I should mute and I should set a timer on my phone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. We'll activate them at the same time. So you can see it and I can see it. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to mute my mic. Okay, so as it turns out, the desktop has a timer noise. Um, we forgot one step, actually. Can you believe that? Of all the steps, we forgot one. We didn't set an intention. We forgot to set the intention for when we hypnotize ourselves. Now, the intention, wow, I feel better already. The intention, I like to make them, you can do something very concrete. Like you can set an intention like, I want to clean my room. I want to do the dishes. I want to do my laundry. And it kind of makes doing that, because no, like nobody wants to do that shit. You know what I mean? But you can intend to do it through self-hypnosis and you just do it on autopilot. No, what is it? Friction. When you're experiencing friction, you're just like, I really don't want to do this. When you hypnotize yourself, that friction goes away. But most of my intentions I like to make a little bit abstract, more like the last one I did was what I say is important. Um, that's been a big one for me because I have like a lot of meetings at work, so I don't want to fumble the bag while I'm in a meeting. So I think I'm just gonna do that one. My usual intention. So I like to write it down. What I say is important. Okay. I don't know how much the delay is. I would assume that after the timer went off, you guys would be like, yo, but I'm going to assume that we're all good. And now 3 minutes of breathing fire. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to mute my mic. As it turns out, there's actually a ringer on the desktop, so we don't have to use my phone this time. All right. Breathing fire now. I gotta make sure my mic's muted because you guys don't want to hear me breathe. Damn. How's everybody feeling? My God. All right. Are you guys still here? Am I just doing this by myself? I don't know. I can't tell, but I'm gonna keep going. 4 minutes now. Same exercise, breathing fire. I cannot believe that, man. I was muted the whole time. Oh my god, I was locked in. Oh, basically, what I was saying was, yeah, it's intense. And if you do this for long enough, you're going to access the flow state, and all of your mind's resources are going to become concentrated on one task. And that's when you break through the gate and you access something higher. Yeah, I know. It's muted up. Stupid. All right. 5 minutes, y'all. Now remember, I have my intention. I forgot it the first time, but I wrote it. I wrote it down. Have your intention, have it in mind. After this 5 minutes, when the timer goes off, I'm gonna stop it and you're gonna exhale and you're just gonna sink. Really sink down into it. Okay? 5 minutes. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna go. I'll mute this time. All right, my friends. Now, inhale, exhale. When you breathe out, let your mind go. Really let yourself sink in on each exhale. And really just let your mind relax. Now, in this state of mind, you can plant your post-hypnotic suggestion, your intention. You can say it out loud for more impact. All right, so I'm going to come out of it. Jeez. How do you guys feel? Should definitely feel more relaxed. Dude, I feel so relaxed right now, man. The more you do it, not only you'll get stronger on both ends. So you'll deepen the depth of your focus for meditation, and then you'll also deepen the relaxation you can feel on the hypnosis end. It's a great way to start your day, especially on the weekends. Like for me, dude, if I have so much like downtime that if I don't do this and set my intention, I might just end up doom scrolling. It got me in a trance, man. TikTok got me in a trance. Sorry, I don't have TikTok. When I was researching a lot of this stuff in college, that's when TikTok came out. And immediately I was looking at TikTok, side eyeing it. Like, bro, everything about this app is designed to lock you in and mess with your head. From the moment you press the app, there's immediate boom right there in your face. It's feeding you content. But not only that, it gives you what it wants to give you. Like it feeds you essentially. Like on YouTube, you can type in the search bar. You got thumbnails. You can pick what you want to watch. TikTok, it just gives it to you, which removes some of your forethought. So you can really just completely mind wipe yourself with TikTok. Just press the app open. You don't have to turn your brain on. You're just done. Okay. So we did that. Great exercise. Thank you. Thank you. I developed that myself. Started with the meditation because when I first started having my shoulder issue, I had to come up with a way to use my brain, because every day, like, you know, I'm lifting weights, I'm going heavy, I'm really pushing myself. Meditation, this technique was my avenue, essentially. All right. So now with this in mind, let's try to access some excited states, why don't we? Okay. Once in the excited state, each person acts out the state with a role play, type of experience, or by telling a story. Okay, I had mine. The sports event got me thinking. It's not a sporting event, but I have this childhood memory. I was in the Walmart parking lot. I just got a pack of Pokemon cards, and when I opened it, I got a Charizard. Charizard, baby! Everyone loves Charizard. It was Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny, I believe. And I was hype! Hype! Access that excited state. Okay. So, I'm going to access that memory, what I see, what I hear, what I feel, and then try to step into the memory and remember how it felt to be very excited. Okay, I'm going to try it. It kind of feels like the floodgates open. That's how it feels. Open up that pack of cards. I see that Charizard and boom! All right. Roleplay type. So, persons act out the state with a roleplay type of experience. About to embarrass myself. Look, I'm no actor. All right. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. All right. So I got my pack of Pokemon cards. Okay, I'm really going to try to not make this a bit and really try to relive this. Okay. Opening up the pack. Wait, I just had the best idea ever. This is my childhood binder. I still have the Charizard. I still have the Charizard. Stupid light. Let's go, baby. All right. Access the excited state using my Charizard. Let's do it. I don't even know like what I'm supposed to like do. I know what I'm supposed to feel, but what am I supposed to do? That's the struggle for me. Okay. All right. I'm in my dad's truck. Opening up a pack of Pokemon cards. And I pull this. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I feel like so much of my life has been dampening my emotional reaction to things. And I truly can't really even like recall what happened. Maybe that's the problem. All right, maybe I have the wrong thing. Maybe I have the wrong thing. Let me think of something else. Maybe I have the wrong thing. I have a general issue, not an issue, but I've been very emotionally muted a lot of my life, so this is not easy for me. This is how we grow. Now, if I had someone yelling at me, all right, let me think. Oh, I know. When the boys are hyping me up. Ooh! That's right! The boys are hyping me up. I'm about to walk in there. I'm about to snatch it. Oh! Like that. Oh my God. When the boys are hyping me up. I'm about to go. I'm about to move in. Move with that finesse. That finesse. Ooh. Really embodying the excited state. You guys know when the boys got your back? When the boys got your back. When the boys are behind you. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Paint the picture a little more. You went straight to opening, see the card in your dad's truck. Yeah, probably true. I should probably walk through it a little bit more. Yeah, like buying the pack, walking out of the store, getting into it. I think my brother was there, but I remember like having the card, but I don't remember like what happened after. Can you bring up an excited state from yourself? Like without an outside force producing it in me, like when my boys are hyping me up? Can I hype myself up? Essentially, can I hype myself up? All right, let me try to hype myself up. About to get in there, baby. Like I'm about to bench press. Like I'm about to boom. Like that. Yeah. That's kind of what you have to do. All right, BG says, let me finish. Okay. Group of toxic people. I've come across a group of toxic people. And that's all high school for me, bro. You feel anxiety, fear, embarrassment? All right. Hey, yo, BG, chill, bro. Hey, chill. I got bullied, all right? Shit wasn't always great for vitamin D, all right? Shit used to be rough. You wouldn't believe my high school pictures. 30% body fat, double chin. Bro, can you believe it? I used to stink. I used to not shower. I played Modern Warfare 2 14 hours a day. I'm not joking. 10th prestige, no mods, legit 10th prestige. Okay, let me stop playing around. You'll feel anxiety, fear, and embarrassment, but if you can channel that excitement from yourself, you can tell yourself, I don't need anyone at all to do what I need to. I was too. Yeah, you feel me. All right, let me think. So, essentially, the exercise is feeling the anxiety, but then reframing the emotion state into excitement, right? I think that's what you're getting at there. I think that's what you're getting at. Okay. Walking down the hallway. I feel that stupid tiny square carpet. I see the lockers, they're orange. Oh, I see the kids that always geeked me when I walked by. But I channel that into becoming a better version of myself. I turn their hatred into redemption. Yes. I'm feeling it. Turning that hatred into redemption. Turning their criticism into growth. Yeah. Someone comes along to emotionally attack you, you're stronger. It's harder for them to knock you off balance. That, I think that's meditation. Like meditation super helps with that. It keeps you grounded and less emotionally affectable. They can't get into your head. You're too strong. The brain is too strong. Okay. I feel like I've kind of stepped into the excited state. I feel pretty good. I feel like I've made some progress. Hyping myself up before I do a lift. I'm about a max 255. Bench press. Getting hype. Bouncing around like a... Bouncing. That's my energy. My excited state is very bouncy. Is it anxious? No. That's anticipation, baby. I'm anticipating success. I can't wait to go out there. Nice. All right. Yeah. Omar, I'm going to save the live. This one I'll save. Yesterday's was a whole lot of nothing, so it wasn't worth saving, to be honest. I had a copyright claim, too. You use memories of me to hype yourself up, and then one day I die. Suddenly those memories become associated with grief. Ah, I see. So they're like a crutch. So you have to be self-motivated. I see. Okay. I see your point. Good point. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. We went through the excited state a couple of times. I feel pretty good about it. Let's see what else they say about this. Physiology, breathing patterns, gesture, facial expression, intensity of state. What was the person most aware of as they acted out the state? Not sure. What was I the most aware of when I acted out the state? I think like my body. I was like banging on my chest. I like got up and I walked around. BG says, if you can channel positive emotions from yourself independent of outside event, I believe it's more powerful. Yep. Yep. I got it. We're in there, baby. Okay. Excited state, like physiology, breathing patterns, gestures, facial expression, and intensity of the state. It felt best when I was up and moving around. Facial expression, I don't know. I had my eyes closed a lot of the time. Was I smiling? Was I happy? Did I look happy? Or did I look fierce? Did I look like I was about to get something done? Get the job done. Okay, re-accessing the excited state. This part of the module is designed to build skills and flexibility in both participants and observers. Okay, hey, that's you guys. You guys have a role. If you're not trying this yourself at home, observers, observe. To develop flexibility, person A is tasked to demonstrate the excited state to the group in a role play scenario. All right. This is the type of stuff I need. You just got to jump off the diving board. Okay, an example. We're just going to roll with the example. You've just learned that you've won the $1 million lottery. Let's go, baby. Are you serious? We're done. We can go home. We don't have to do it anymore. We're done. We won it. Now what? Okay. And I'm now telling my friends, guys, you won't believe it. I just won the $1 million lottery. I can stream 24 hours a day. I'm never going to log off. I never have to log off again because I don't have to go to work. I'm not even going to go to the gym. I'm just going to order Uber Eats every single day. I'm never going to cook ever again, bro. Can you believe it? How's that? Was that good? Was that loud? I have a limiter set on my mic. Did I scare everybody away? Oh, geez. All right. That felt great. I feel great. Whew. Heart rate's up a little bit. I kind of gotta take a break real quick. Whew. Catch my breath. Heard you loud and clear. Was it bad, BG? Like, was it like, did it hurt? Was that too much? Should I dial it down a little bit? My reaction is different. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. There was 9 people before that. Now there's 5. So that should tell you everything you need to know. I scared people away. Oh, you tried it. Nice. Okay. Now there's only 4 people. I definitely scared them away. They were not into that. All right, coaches pump up the intensity of the states by pointing out breathing patterns as well as intensifying behavioral patterns to increase the intensity of the excited state, building up higher and higher to a crescendo. Well, I can be incensed, bro. I know what it's like when people leave. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I made a joke of it. That good reframe. You see that? I took that, ooh, reframe. All right. So let's see. All right, so we did the excited state. Vote on the best example. Me, obviously. Future practice. Each person identifies 3 real-time events that will occur before the next class to use the excited state and practice using this new skill. Okay, so I've accessed the excited state at will multiple times now. I think I'm gonna do it one more time. Maybe lower the volume. Maybe, you know, take it down a notch. All right, access the excited state. Let me try to go back to the Pokemon cards now. Let me go back to the Pokemon cards. Okay. I think the memory is more clear when I use a more recent event, not my childhood event. It feels like it's so far away, I don't even remember what it felt like. Strange. Okay, I'm gonna use a more recent event. I'm gonna use a more, probably the past couple years, cards I pulled. Okay. I'm feeling the pack. I was opening it on the little gaming mat, a little mat. Feeling the pack. Rip it open. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Flip it over. No way! Charizard! Let's go! I got the Charizard! We pulled it! That's like my typical level of excitement. Before I was like, I'm trying to like push it out as much as possible. I'm looking at my live stream over here on the side because I want to see if there's any YouTube chats. And watching myself back is just embarrassing. It's just straight embarrassing. All right. Let's see. Yo, Ryan, where'd you go, bro? You still here? Oh, Ryan's gone. Ryan logged off. RIP Ryan. All right. 3 real-time events that will occur before the next class to use the excited state. So it looks like I'm going to be going to work trying to practice excited states too. Did anyone feel anything? Was my energy infectious at all? Did I zap you? Did I zap you with my excitement? Take it down real quick. Okay. So, 3 real-time events that will occur before the next class to use the excited state. I can only really think of, oh, I'm going to the beach this weekend. That's exciting. Yeah, that's exciting. You know, what's really going to be good with these different states, when I practice freestyling, being able to access different states, what's amazing, what I've observed, is depending on my mind state, it will change the execution of my freestyle. So with access to an excited state, I think my freestyles can have a new spin to it. This is very dope. This is cool stuff. We're gonna get really, really in tune with our brains here. You know what, BG? I think me and you are very similar. Yes. I I've also always been very resistant to social contagion. I I feel like reflecting, kind of like psychoanalyzing, when I was a kid, I observed a lot of addictive behaviors and I basically saw what not to do. But at the same time, I saw like my other family members and like people out on, I want to say the street, because I mean you're playing outside on the street, but then it sounds like, you know, I'm in the hood. I wasn't in the hood, but basically, basically I would see, I began, this is my theory. I think I developed a very negative understanding of influence, and I was very resistant to influence because I was observing if I do what other people do, I'm going to end up down that road and I'm not going to be happy. Not to sound rude, but are you on the spectrum? Um, Bro, oh my God. Look, I've wondered, okay? I've wondered. Am I on the spectrum? I don't know. I've been to psychologists. When I was a kid, we had family therapy. I was always a little bit of an oddball, that's for sure. But I don't know, dude. Honestly, that's a great question. I wouldn't, even if like I was by technicality, I wouldn't label myself as autistic or like on the spectrum, because I wouldn't want to align myself with any different types of behaviors. You are on the spectrum. So yeah, okay. So you kind of had the same vibe where you like saw what was happening around you and you didn't want to align yourself with that, right? Is that what you mean? I'm clicking my pen. Holistic. Is that like was holistic? That's like when I think of holistic, I think of like eating green, eating good food, natural. Yep. Okay. Cool. Cool. Same page. Same page. Yep. I will never label myself as such. You get it, a traveler. You get it. Same vibe, man. Same vibe. You unconsciously align yourself with your labels. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, so like my experience, BG, like when I was in high school, I taking lots of parts and putting them together to make them whole. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Kind of like how I connected all the dots with the Andrew Tate stuff. Am I holistic? I think so. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty holistic, I think. I can like kind of like piece things together. I like see something here, see something here, see something there, and I'm like, boom, and I make a video about it. But yeah, I was gonna say that like I really cared when I wasn't accepted. Like it was very painful for me to experience. Okay. I have two examples. Um, Going to the beach and meetings at work, or just like chatting with people at work. I can try to access the excited state while I'm chatting with people in the break room. What do you guys think? I want to see if I can pass my excitement to someone else. Although it seems that rather than do that, I've off-putted quite a few people, but that's all right. Not my type. I would never think of you as the half Indian guy. I used to say I'm pretty fly for a half Indian guy, because you know it's like pretty fly for a white guy. Pretty fly for a half Indian guy. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Okay, students vote on the best example, the excited state. That's me. We already went through that. Future practice, 3 scales, okay. Okay, we accessed, we created, and we re-accessed, and we embodied. Done deal. What is this about? Imagine having a magic word that calls whatever you said to come true. How would your life be different? What would you cause to happen? Would you achieve more? Would you cause a better relationship? Would you give yourself additional knowledge, attributes, or skills? Most of us have made one or more commitments in our life that we did not keep. In our current society, it's virtually impossible to use a word such as promise to symbolize a commitment and not have it tarnished. Commitments are made in 2 basic circumstances. Where is this going? Where is this going? Let's see. Purpose. Give students the tools to build a new personal inner knowledge and strength so they can affect their destiny through commitment. I feel like meditation achieves this. But let's hear them out. Let's see what they have to say. Worksheet A. What is worksheet A? How much time per day can you invest in yourself? You must be able to have this time every day without fail, which does amount between 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. I mean, I could fill this out, but today we're going to be doing the accessing the states. You know what's crazy? I'm basically putting myself through NXIVM's course. I'm basically putting myself through NXIVM's course. Whew. Next thing you know, I'll have a brand. But let's not joke about such things. All right, next one. Building desire and motivation. Desire is defined by Oxford American Dictionary as a feeling that one would get pleasure or satisfaction by obtaining or possessing something. Desire is a motivational state useful in moving people toward their goals and objectives. Mastering this state can uncover the fear of success. Success can become fearful because if one truly succeeds, what is left? I'm gonna read what y'all said. Let me see. Yeah, I shared the PDF, BG. It's from this morning. I posted it this morning. Yeah, Keith's next victim. Bro, you know what'd be crazy? If I could get an interview with Keith while he's in jail. That'd be crazy. Yeah. You gotta be on their level and then subtly increase intensity, I think. Good point, BG. I think part of building rapport is mirroring, yeah. So you don't want to take it too far. I see. Yes. Great point. Great point. Great point. You sure you're on the spectrum? Great point. Great point, bro. Great point. Okay. Oh, I was going to share some self-reflections about this next statement. Mastering the state can uncover the fear of success. Man, I got to tell you, now that I've stepped into this role where I'm coming on live and it's becoming more and more normal, overcoming, not just like coming on live, just making the videos in the first place took years, man. I wanted to make videos when I was, man, what was it? When did I really try? I think it was like 6 years ago. I like set up a camera, I got the light, I stood in front of it, I started giving my spiel, and it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. And I ditched it. And then I grinded away at it, forced myself to do it. Forced myself. Because I want to share. I want to share the things that I come up with my friends, BG and the Traveler, my two friends in chat right now. BG the Philosopher. It's great because I have so many like philosophical statements I've come up with, and now I can be like, yo, what do you think? What do you think about this? Pretty tight, right? We can get into nature's algorithm in the future. How many times have I said, wait, I have this crazy theory? Like, seriously. I swear I've said it like a million times. All right, back to the motivation states, though. Sometimes people feel like it is the end to accomplish the goal, or like they have lost their sense of purpose. For these people, it may become necessary to build in continuing goals and objectives beyond the perceived endpoint. The process is addressed in the goal setting module. To give participants a tool, the purpose is to give participants a tool that allows them to create a strong, focused, motivational force in the direction of their choosing. Yeah, we kind of do that with the meditation too. These are the emotional states that move people to become interested and excited enough to take action. Okay. Desire state is a motivational state that can be accessed at will to drive motivation. There are two directions in which human beings can focus their energy and attention to drive motivation: pain and pleasure. They focus on move towards goals or objectives, or they focus on and move away from problems or perceived consequences. Yes. Toward patterns focus directly on goals and objectives. When people are utilizing towards patterns, their effort and attention moves them to have, get, and obtain and achieve something. Away from patterns focus directly on identifying circumstances to avoid and solving problems. People who are utilizing away from patterns focus energy on what should be avoided, gotten rid of, or otherwise not happen. Threats and fear energize them. Yes. Okay, I know this stuff. I'll read it for you guys. Trigger is a stimulus response mechanism that starts the behavioral pattern. Yep. In this context, the trigger is the internal image, word or sound, external event or stimulus that happens and causes the emotional state to occur. It is important to identify the triggers so that it can be used to bring back the emotional state. In this case, the motivated state at will. Okay. Produce the image to produce the state. Got it. The exact set physiological components that trigger the emotional state of a person. Okay. Yeah, this one's going to be archived, Damon. This one will be archived. I did not blast copyrighted music on this one. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Philosophy is one of the main subjects, but I never studied it at uni. I have a biochemistry background, so that's my main thing. I mean, good, bro. I imagine you can do a lot more biochemistry. Philosophy is just food for thought, you know? Okay. The exact set of physiological components that trigger the emotional state of a person. All right, but where's the exercise at? Because that did not cover... That did not cover... Oh. Okay, I guess it's like just do the same exercise, but with a different state. Okay, actually, before I do this, I want to tell you, it was such an interesting moment for me. I'll get to it, but basically, it's a very rocky situation, very bumpy, long-winded explanation of how this situation occurred with, I dated this girl. She was my ex at the time. And how am I going to frame this? I was knocking on random people's doors looking for her. And I was on a mission to find her. And context, this is my ex-girlfriend. Not my girlfriend, this is my ex-girlfriend. I'm knocking on random strangers' doors trying to find her. And that, I remember, I stopped at someone's door. And I knocked. And as I was standing there waiting for them to come, I started to reflect internally. And I remember thinking, holy shit, I feel amazing. I feel so motivated, so driven, so in the zone. I felt awesome. But maybe I'll save that for another time. How I ended up in the position of knocking on random people's doors to find my, at the time, ex-girlfriend. Very silly. Very silly. But that is the exact mind state or exact memory I'm going to access to utilize the desire state. Yes. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Okay. I imagine it's supposed to be the exact same. So I grab the memory. Yes. I then step into the memory, try to remember as much about the memory as I can to connect deeper with the emotion that I felt so that I can then summon that emotion at will for the future. Wow, that's actually going to be really powerful if this works, because I never felt better in my life than when I did when I was knocking on strangers' doors. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. I'm wearing my University of Maryland t-shirt and my pajama pants. I was wearing pajama pants. It was raining. I was walking. Oh, I was like marching. I wasn't just walking, I was marching. I marched up to people's doors. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, that feeling. Okay. Okay. It's like, what's funny is I'm catching myself meditating, trying to reproduce that amount of focus that I had. The dopamine was just flowing in my brain on that mission. Okay. All right. So I get out the car. Okay. Get out the car. Stretch. Oh, stretch real quick. All right. So I remember I get out the car. And I'm marching. All right. I have to reenact. I got to stand up. And I remember marching up to the door. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. This probably looks so strange from the outside. I had like a wide stance. I was ready to get the job done. I'm on a mission. That's what's going through my head. I'm on a mission. Trying to summon that mission feeling. Dude, I was down horrendous, bro. That was one crazy night. Philosophy is a powerful subject. I only didn't do it as a degree. It doesn't pay well. I know it like you know hypnosis. I only clarify my skills above as I'm happy to share my knowledge with you if you need it. It's a matter of honor as you're teaching me and everyone else here on meditations and self-hypnosis. That's real. That memory sounds pretty good. It's about you and your excited state you brought on yourself. You earned it yourself. My man BG keeping me in check, making sure I'm accessing the correct states, using the correct memories as to not muddy up my future states with accessing memories that have been morphed by experiences. On it. Okay. All right. I was on a mission. I was walking. Marching. I was marching. I can feel it. It's very similar to how I feel when I'm meditating. It's like that desire to do. I need to move this. I'm like fixating on it. That's what I'm gonna have to practice a lot. Let me think of, are there any other examples of the motivated state? When there's like a deadline. When there's a deadline, that's moving away. Yeah, that's pain avoidance. Pain avoidance. Yeah. I feel like I have a good grasp on this one, the desire state. I'm gonna summon it one more time. I'm gonna walk through the memory one more time, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, I'm wearing my pajamas, my UMD shirt, chest out. Where's my girl? Let me add some context. That sounds weird. She was drunk. She asked me to come pick her up. And when I got there, she was sharing her location. but it was only like a temporary. She was like, pick me up from here. She shares her location, but it's not like she was sharing it as she moved around. She shared one spot. So I showed up at the spot, but she already moved. So then I call her and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And she's like walking around drunk. I don't know where the fuck she's at. I have no idea. And I'm like, well, where are you? And then we're like going back and forth because she's intoxicated and she doesn't realize she sent me her old location, not where she's currently at. So then she gets mad at me. She got mad at me because I wasn't in the right spot. I went exactly where you told me to go. So we start arguing. Then she hangs up the phone. And I'm like, well, hold on. My drunk girl is out in the street. I don't know where the fuck she is. I gotta go find her. Actually, the first thing I did is I got in my car. And I started driving away. And I like really wanted to cry. And I remember thinking, no, I haven't exhausted every option yet. I gotta do something. So, whip that shit back. Put that shit in park. That's why I started knocking on doors. So I knock on some doors. I knock on the door of the house she dropped the pin on. I knock on their door, and this woman walks out. And I said, hey, because context, in their backyard was a table and like red Solo cups. So I knew, okay, there's a party here. So she was probably here, right? So I knock on their door and they come downstairs and she tells me, oh, yeah, they went down to the bar, her and Megan and all them. Damn, I said her fucking name. Hey, yo, cut that shit out. Hey, if you're live, you can't make no mistakes. You just got to eat that one. All right. So they said they're at the bar. Okay. So I was like, oh, GPS, right? I'm on 4%. Oh, no, it's raining outside. I'm in my pajamas. I'm about to walk into a bar. Fuck it. I'm on a fucking mission. So I start walking. Not even walking. I start running to the bar because I have 4% on my phone. So I got to run. It's a mile away. This is like Washington, D.C. So it's not like if I get in my car and I drive, I'm risking not being able to find a parking spot. So I have to run. It was like 1.1 miles away. Easy money. I can get there. Couple minutes. Boom. I show up to the bar in my pajamas. And I start just walking around looking. No, I'm not interested in you. No, I'm not interested in you. Stop talking to me. I don't want y'all. And then I spot her roommate, her college roommate. And I was like, hey, yo. So I walk up to her. And remember, we had broken up. So this is my ex-girlfriend's roommate. And of course, she's like, oh, the ex-boyfriend. Oh, no, don't talk to me. The ex-boyfriend. And I had to explain to her. I had to show her the text. I showed her the text messages. And I'm like, yo, she told me to come get her. Like, where is she? So then she pulls out her phone and she has the live location. Because I only had the one pin. She has the live location. She lets me take a picture of it. And I'm like, okay, go back to my map it out. 3% on my phone. Lock it. And then I start running to get to the location. And every couple of minutes as I'm running, fuck, 2%. I gotta get there. So I get to the house. And it's like, they're not are they townhouses? But it's like a townhouse. There's like 3 levels, but each level has their own porch and it's like they're each house, right? So each level has an address and there's stairs that go up. So I walk up to the first door and I knock. And that's when I have the, holy shit, I feel amazing. I'm on a mission. She comes to the door, right? This old lady opens the door and I just go, where's Megan? And she, before she can even like finish her sentence, I'm already walking up the steps. And I hear her as I'm going up the steps, I hear her going, it's like 1 a.m. I'm fucking awful, dude. Oh my god, I'm so bad. The worst part of the situation I don't even know if I want to get into it. So, all right, I'll tell you guys. I'm already there. I'll just finish it. So I start rounding the steps, and I remember as I'm rounding the second level was like a weird like post office box. So I was like, skip that shit. And as I'm cresting the top of the last three, I'm coming up, and I see her on like one of these swings, right? And there's a dude. She's with the fucking dude. I said, what the fuck? Bro, I started chests out. But here's the thing. He didn't have her hand on her thigh. There was like a respectable distance. And this is like Northern Virginia. I grew up in Southern Maryland, okay? We're a little bit grungy down and dirty in Southern Maryland, okay? So the funny thing is we all worked at the same restaurant. Me and all my friends, our friend's mom owned, not like owned, but she operated an Outback Steakhouse, and she got all of us jobs. Like the whole squad, all 7 of us had jobs. And we were Maryland squad at the Virginia Outback because we were just like a little bit like more edgy. And I remember walking up the steps, and you kind of get used to like the different types of people. And Virginia dudes are soft. They're just straight bitches. And I round up the steps, and I just see a soft ass Virginia dude, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I've already gone psycho ex-boyfriend, mind you. I'm already too far gone. If I start swinging on this dude, then she's probably gonna start hating me. So I can't do that. So I just grab her hand, and I was like, come on, come with me. Go downstairs. Get to my car. And she doesn't say a word to me, dude. She's actually so drunk. She's like incoherent, and she's just like nodding out, right? So we're driving back to her place to take her home. And when I pull in, she goes, so like, she's like drunk as shit. She's like, so like, do you want to come inside or anything? I'm looking at her like, bitch. Yeah, I'll come inside. And I came inside. Not actually. All right. That was long-winded, but yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. All right. Back to reality. Be honest with me, guys. Was I in the wrong? Did I take it too far? Couple of tangents there. Now you guys just learned a whole lot about me. Where I worked, where I grew up. Everything. Matter of fact, I got receipts. I used to have the picture that I took of her phone, of her friend's phone with her location. I used to have that picture. I don't know what happened to it. I think when my iPhone 7, there was like a known issue with them, like with the SIM card, I think. And the whole phone lost everything, like all the photos on it. But I'm emailing myself a picture right now of all 7 of us working at the same Outback. Maybe I did end up helping her. All right, so I said 7 people. It's actually just 6, and only 5 of them are pictured. Yeah. But that was that. Let me get this picture, and then we'll go ahead. We'll resume. Only you can answer this, Vitamin D, but what was your intention in that moment? Which moment? When I saw her? Swing! Combat. battle ready. My intention to not look like a total bitch. Because halfway through my retelling of the events, I remembered one of the details, which would indicate or help you understand what my mind state was at the time. But there's also like a whole bunch of history that doesn't go into it, that there's a whole lot of context missing. But in that moment, so there was the one house that I knocked on that had the red Solo cups in the back, and then there was the house next door, which is where I thought she was for a while. I thought she was at the house next door, and they had like big window panes, and they had their lights on. There's people home, young people in their 20s, just sitting around. They're all standing by the table. They're all drinking, having a great time. And the only thing in my head is, she called me out here to pick her up, and she's just getting fucked in that house. I cannot go like this. This is fucking crazy. I can't believe this. So that's what was going through my head. And when I decided I'm going to start leaving, I was holding back tears. I was so defeated. I was so sad. But who ended up winning in the end? I bagged it. Done deal. Okay. So we went through that. Now it's time for us to go ahead and engage again with the material. In ethics, there's a concept called moral luck. If I take a very drunk girl home, if my intention is to look like a hero, then I'm not doing it because I cared. Her safety came about as a side effect. People are complex. It can be you do care, but you also wanted to look good. I definitely didn't want to look like a bitch. That's for sure. I felt like, dude, when I was sitting outside that house, just watching all those people have fun, thinking my girl was in there and not answering her phone, bro, I was a wreck. I was a wreck. But she wasn't like, it was my ex, right? But it was recent enough, the breakup was recent enough that she like texted me and was like, come get me. Like, she's intoxicated. We probably shouldn't be seeing each other, but she wants to see Big D. You know what I'm saying? So she had to hit up my line. And that's not the only time she ever did that after we broke up. That happened a couple of times, okay? So I already knew what the deal was, okay? But yeah, that's how I'd answer that question. I did not want to go out like a bitch. All right. Yeah. Motivation states. Let's get back to it. All right. These are the emotional states that move people to become interested and excited enough to take action. Is a motivational state that can be accessed at will to drive motivation. You know, we already read this. But let me go back through the excited state exercise to truly get a grasp, a re-grasp on what we're doing here. Okay. Okay, so basically just replace the word excited with motivated. So I replaced the time of my life, re-access the state, remember all the memories. I kind of want to try to recreate a new memory, try to access a new memory for that. If I abuse this technique after a long time, its effect will decrease. Yeah, diminishing returns. That is a good question. I guess there's only one way to find out. Gotta walk the path. My theory, I think if you diminishing returns, like if it's too sequential, it'll diminish, but over a long enough period of time, I think it'll stay solid. I think you'll stay in tune with it as long as it's not like bang 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 bang. Maybe it'll stale. That's just a hunch though. That's what I would think. But there's only one way to find out. You know what's amazing is that each time I try this, I'm only gonna get better. I mean, we are only gonna get better. You guys are doing it too, right? You guys are participants, not just observers? Yeah? Okay. Cool. All right. Now, what I'm going to try to do is think of a new memory where I felt that motivation. Ooh, okay. Ooh. When I was making part two, the what's the title? Exposing Andrew Tate's War Room. Oh my god, dude. When I was editing that, dude, I was going 12-hour days, just like every frame. Oh, I was so in it. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah. All right, let me try to reaccess that. But then what? Okay, so remember the details. How am I supposed to remember the details? It's a screen on a computer. Maybe it's not the best example. You guys have any ideas? Last time you guys threw me some stuff and it really got the gears going. This whole time I've had this white head. And you know, it's crazy. You may have never noticed it. But now that I pointed it out, you can't not notice it. A work of art. My man. That means a lot. I like to get artsy with it. Those like stretches where it's with the music, like the intro, like the first minute, and then the section where I do the 3 stages. Oh man, that was a blast. That was such a good time. All right. Trying to think of a memory that will help me access the motivation state. I feel like the memory of me editing the video is just a little too dry because the only things that I can like think of are images on the screen, which really doesn't there's really not like I'm not feeling it in my heart, you know? Okay. Let's think. Let's think. Motivation states. Times I felt extremely motivated. Omar's question about um if you abuse the technique, like the accessing the emotion state. I mean, I don't have a concrete answer. What I was saying was that I would think that it would only stale if it's repetitive in a very short time frame, but there's only one way to find out. I'm just gonna have to keep practicing and getting really good at it, and then I can let you know. It's kind of the journey we're on here. Yeah, I agree, BG. If you focus hard, you can control yourself when you're intoxicated. I might just blow your guys' minds right now. And we're gonna use, and this is great. This is great because alcohol is a very relatable state that people understand, and it'll help you understand this concept. So I think consciousness is the record button. And what I mean by that, my question is, and in a way, there's two types of consciousnesses. There's life consciousness, like I'm alive, so I'm conscious. But then there's also like awakening consciousness, like I'm asleep, right? So I'm asleep, so I'm unconscious in one way, but I'm alive, so I'm conscious in another way. The type of consciousness where you're asleep is what I'm focusing on. This is what I'm talking about. The consciousness about sleep, not the consciousness where you are a living thing. The consciousness of awake, alert, aware. I think being awake, alert, aware, that part of consciousness is the record button in your brain. If that record button is off and you're not writing things to memory, and this is a key, because when you black out drunk, your record button turns off. So my question is, when you're blackout and you have no memory of the event, you weren't consciously experiencing the event because you have no memory of it. Your life force was conscious and experiencing the event, but your mind was not consciously experiencing the event. So without that record button, there is no conscious experience. And it's very similar to dementia and Alzheimer's. They have those moments of awareness. They have those moments of I guess presence. They have that presence. And that presence is a record button. Is that crazy? Am I crazy? He's never drank before. He's Omar is Muslim. I want to say something that is like mashallah, but I've already said it, but I feel disrespectful because I have no idea what it means. I've heard it. I think it's a respectful greeting. I'm not sure, but maybe you can enlighten me, and I can connect with you on a stronger level, deeper understanding of the culture, which I am not very well versed in. The more you drink, the less you control what you say. I'm never drunk heavily. I don't drink anymore as I don't need it to socialize. Huge. Never needed to suppress depression. Been able to deal with life's demons. It's in line with my philosophy not to depend on something external. Power comes from within. Yo, BG the philosopher, for real, for real. Yo, Weston. Are you still here, bro? I just checked the what is this called on the side? the YouTube chat. I just checked the YouTube chat, bro. I don't know how long you asked about the live stream, but yeah. I do not monitor the YouTube because it's not linked to my OBS. I have to have YouTube open on my side to see the chat, and I kind of forgot about it because I just realized today that I could look at it. So sorry if I missed you, bro. Sorry if I missed you. Okay, while you guys correct me on my use of Muslim, is it Islamic Muslim greetings, and I get schooled, I will return to the task at hand, which for the lack of using a memory that I can easily access, I'm going to re-access the memory of me knocking on strangers' doors. Man, 15 minutes ago, bro, you missed the story about how I was knocking on strangers' doors and how it was exhilarating and exciting, and using that memory to access the motivated state. So yes, because I cannot access, I'm having trouble developing a memory to access the motivated state again. I'm going to re-access the state with the same memory just one more time, and then we're going to move on to the next emotion state in this worksheet here. Okay. I wonder if it's better. Well, okay, interesting. Because we need to elicit two states of focus desire. Ah. So I need to access a toward state, which I already did as I was looking for my ex-girlfriend. Don't ask about the context. Maybe we'll chop it up and you can check it out from the video on demand once it goes up. But we have to do a moving away from motivation state. So I need to conjure up a memory where I was very motivated to not do something, to avoid some type of consequence or some type of pain. Highly motivated. Okay. When I was told to do chores and I know my parents are on their way home and I haven't done the chores yet. Yes, that gets you going. Okay. All right. To bring up the motivated state, instruct student to imagine doing that one small step. Wait, what? To think of something that he or she really wants when the student's determined to that goal. Imagine that there's only one small, easy step you have to take to reach your goal. Would you take it? To bring up the motivated state, instruct the student to imagine doing that one small step. Once the student brings up the motivated state, have him or her teach it to another student. That's cool. Interesting. Oh, so this is an exercise. This is an exercise in sales. Because you're prompting them. You say you want this, you have to do this. Are you willing to do it? And that's essentially sales. Get someone from point A to point B. Ah, I see. That's they like slick put that in there. That was not very obvious. Okay. All right. The key elements are rate of breathing, gesturing, facial expression, posture, contracting different muscle groups. See, okay, so that's kind of the part that isn't included. So when you are able to access the state, I'll probably have to go back and watch unless you guys can let me know some of your observations in real time. What different aspects are there? Because by understanding the patterns of your emotion state, you can use those patterns again to then re-emerge that motivation state. Ah, okay. I see what they're doing here. I see what they're doing here. Okay. The coach and other students can coach student A to increase the intensity of the experience, recognize the key elements, and the trigger. The trigger would be the image in the head, yeah? The image of what you want to gain. Now, the thing is, we already accessed the motivated state moving toward, not exactly in that context, but we did do it. So now we're going to do moving away from. Moving away from requires a focus on what is to be avoided or problem to be solved. It is fear-based. Yes, fear. Fear, food, and fornication, the 3 Fs. Having the student remember a past experience where they were motivated in this way can do this. Since it is an away from experience, it may be unpleasant. Okay. Okay, so the chores. Yeah. To remember a specific time when he or she received experience and away from experience of motivation, it is important that the student identify one specific experience. Okay, now for the association. Associate into a past away from motivational state. To associate the student into that experience, instruct them to imagine stepping into it. Must do 4 things. Okay. Imagine that you see the experience now like watching a movie, and then you step into it. What you saw, what I heard, what I felt. Okay. And then once I do that, instruct him or her to describe the experience to you and the other students. You can help identify the key elements and the trigger to the state by watching and listening. All right, that's on y'all. All right, that observers, observe. It's time to observe. I'm like a guinea pig, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. They don't want me to say the Lord's name in vain. My apologies. My apologies. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom. My mom doesn't like when I say that. I need to stop for my mom. Okay. To do this, the student must do 4 things. Okay, find the trigger. All right, you guys, you're going to help me out here. My breathing, my gesturing, my facial expressions, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now I'm going to try to imagine this scenario, what I see, what I hear, what I feel. Okay. So I'm at home. I'm probably playing like Pokemon Stadium. That's too old or too young. Do something more recent. So, okay. Damn. What's crazy though is by the time I was that age, they stopped giving a fuck. All right. Is it? All right, we'll do the childhood one. Yeah, because it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's what we'll do. All right. So I'm supposed to wash the dishes, but I haven't washed the dishes. I'm playing video games. I get a call. House phone's ringing. Mom and Dad are on the way home. Do the dishes. Okay. That was me moving away from the consequence of not getting the chores done. Okay. I kind of felt it, man. Like I like putting the phone down and like I really felt that. And being able to consciously move my mind like that can be very impactful. All right, let's do it again. Playing video games. Let me focus more on what I see, what I hear, what I feel. Okay. TV, Fatback TV, the OG. Yellow. The AV cables, yellow, white, and red into the TV on the front, little port on the side. Nintendo, red light on, cartridge on top. Got the wired controller, 3 little prongs. Playing it. Okay, I see a Blastoise. Yeah, we're running it. Okay, the phone rings. I'm the only one home. I'm supposed to have done the dishes. Run to the phone. Pick it up. Do the chores. All right. Okay. We moved away from memory. Okay, we did that. Job is done. What's up in the Discord? It means very good in something like touch the wood at the same time. So every time you see something beautiful, say mashallah. Okay, I'll remember that. How about like a greeting? What's a good greeting, Omar? I don't want to be intrusive, but what branch of Islam do you follow if you're comfortable answering the question? If not, I understand. You asked that 8 minutes ago, BG, and he hasn't responded. You scared him away. He's gone. Why would you ask that? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're going to move on now. Feel pretty good about accessing those states. Feel pretty good about accessing those states. They slick. Pokemon Sapphire. It's a great one. Bro, Pokemon Sapphire was in my Christmas. You get the stocking. The stocking. Pokemon Sapphire was in my stocking. Yeah. Hey, I'm just joking, bro. It's all good. Omar's being a good sport about it. He's chill. He's all good. He's all good. Okay. That was fun. Okay. So now there's a different one. The desire state. Okay. So what is this? Oh. No. Okay, we already did that. Oh. I'd imagine, so like if you don't have any knowledge of any like psychological knowledge, when you go into your memory to try to remember when you felt a certain way, you probably don't have the trigger in your mind at the same time. You're probably unaware of the trigger without a type of background. That would make sense. But since I'm into this stuff, I'm aware of the trigger needs to activate the emotion state. So when I access the emotion state in my memory, I already know what the trigger is. Okay. So we're all good on that front. We are all good on that front. To link the state to any situation that requires a motivation, have the students imagine how different achieving a goal will feel when linked with feelings of motivation the desired state provides. Imagine how different achieving a goal will feel when linked with the feelings of motivation the desired state provides. Fuck. Imagine how different achieving a goal will feel when linked with the feelings of motivation the desired state provides. Ah, okay. Okay, I felt something. It's you know what's amazing is there's this innate body language that even blind people exhibit, and it's not smiling. It's the why. If I can do this. It's the why. When you win, when you like run across the finish line, right? You stick your hands up. And when I was thinking about when I achieve a goal, the state when I achieve it where I'm like I can't wait. It's finally done. It's over. Versus the desire state. When I imagine what it felt like to achieve the goal through the desire state, I felt this. I felt the why. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. And that would make the desire, accessing the desire state would then make the outcome more valuable, which would then incentivize you to into this state more often. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. So we did desire. It seems like this thing's backwards. So we did excitement, we did desire, and now the last one is the intensity state. But I've just realized I have not eaten. I have not eaten. My fast ended at 9, so I have to, or my fast begins at 9 p.m. My eating window is 1 to 9, and I forgot to eat. And so I'm going to eat. I think we're going to save the last exercise for tomorrow, and we'll continue with this training regimen. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. This is pretty cool stuff. I'm learning as I'm going on. But yeah, I'm going to just take 1 second to put some food in the microwave, and then I'll be back. In fact, I'm going to share with you what I'm about to eat because I'm super hype about this. Hey, how are you? Would you like the world's best in food efficiency? Look no further than Mary Callender's Pineapple Chicken Teriyaki. This bad boy requires absolutely zero prep. You pop it out of the box into the microwave, and after 6 minutes, ding, you have a very healthy, at a macro standpoint, the sodium's terrible, a very healthy meal with clean rice, delicious sauce, succulent chicken and broccoli. 350 calories with 20 grams of protein. Look no further with food efficiency than Mary Callender's Chicken Teriyaki Pineapple. Six minutes. All right, so of course I'm not going to be one of those dudes that just sits on stream and eats and actually provides zero value to the world. So I'm going to call it a night, my friends. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to eat some food. And then tomorrow, me and Shadow Wee Dragon in the YouTube chat are going to try to find a way to go to the gym. Actually, scratch that. Because I need to find a way to stream at an earlier time, at a more reasonable hour for you guys. So I'm going to try to stream at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to go to the gym before work and then go into work early so that I can get off work and just go live. So we're going to try to do, okay? I can't even get to work on time, all right? So this is a big step. It's a big step for me. But hope you guys had a good time. I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to call it a night. See you guys.